At the start of the film, an alien ship is shown which was descending speedily, while half-destroyed Earth spaceship was being witnessed in the space. While an astronaut, she was trying to deliver specific codes and the information of that destroyed spaceship to Earth, but she is not able to do this because of some technical issues. She is commanded to send those codes and information to Earth, so the astronaut sets a key device around her neck, taking it out of the space. Meanwhile, it is seen that spaceship had lost its working, while aliens had assaulted on astronaut. Then Earth's scene is shown, where a boy named Alex was being observed who was an extraordinary child. He was antisocial, having no friends. He had passion to work on the space technologies. Alex's mother comes to him at the same time, and she informs he is going for summer camp in Rim of the World, because Alex's mother thought that he may become social after visiting there, and he may be befriended with some people, and it had known about Alex's father, that he burnt into a fire, rescuing his family. After this, he used to keep his father's watch in his possession. One Chinese girl named Zhen Zhen was being shown later. Immigration officers were interrogating about her guardians at airport, because her accompanied guardian was dissimilar with her. That man tells a lie to the officers, "This girl is my niece." In this way, those officers let them go from there. And Zhen Zhen was paying the money of his acting to that man after leaving the airport. It means that she was paying him to be her guardian for a while. In fact, she was also going to Rim of the World. Then an aristocratic child named Darius is shown. He is so talkative and mischievous. He was also leaving to Rim of the World here, saying goodbye to his parents. Now the first 3 shown children are seen in the summer camp Rim of the World. Alex meets with Zhen Zhen and attempts to talk with her, but Zhen Zhen moves ahead while overlooking him. After this, Alex's mother was leaving him here. She embraces Alex and also loves him before all other kids there. So all were considering him a dumb child. Activities begin in summer camp as she goes, where Alex was trying to accomplish the first activity. He has to move from one side to another in hanging posture in this activity. But Alex had a height phobia. His instructors try their best to make him understand and calm, but Alex was so afraid, so he comes down again. He was feeling so embarrassment later. Neither he was introducing with the kids, nor he was playing with them. But he was trying to be isolated in this camp. And he again meets Zhen Zhen on the bridge in evening while walking. They stand together on the bridge, but no one starts conversation with each other. In the next morning, summer camp staff again gather all kids at a place, and they were trying to guide the kids for something. But Zhen Zhen was taking it so tedious, so she comes far, leaving all of them, and Alex also follows her stealthily, noticing her going. At last, Zhen Zhen had reached at the location which was visible on summer camp's poster. She was feeling so serenity as her dreams have come true. Alex was standing at a distance from Zhen Zhen here. Suddenly, Darius also appears there all of a sudden, about whom it has been told before, that he was talkative and bulky child. Darius wanted to help Alex. He wanted to befriend of Alex, and he may not afraid from anything. Darius dramatizes the situation, holding Alex, as he is pushing him from the cliff. Alex was feeling so fear from this. He was frightening as he will die. But Darius was not hearing his single word. Then another child named Gabriel arrives there. But Darius has lost his temper on his interference, and he had started to show his martial arts. But Darius does not get benefit from his fighting skills. But Gabriel throws him down while punching it once, and he helps Alex. At the first sight, now all those children as Alex, Zhen Zhen, Darius, and Gabriel had grouped. There is an explosion as they were going to talk with one another, and they receive here an alarming message, in which those kids were being ordered to leave this place as soon as possible. With this message, as if any alien ship lands near them, then they should not precede it. Then they immediately move to that lake where their summer camp group was present. Reaching there, they come to know that all people had left from there. Then they were observing a mysterious light, or the explosion in the sky. Now that light passes by them in form of the aircraft as they first look at it. She was nearly to die, but she hands Alex over a key to Alex before her death. There was something in that key device. Astronaut was conveying to all kids before dying that this key will have to be sent to Dr. Feeling in NASA JPL facility. Astronaut was still telling them the location of JPL facility. Then a giant alien emerges from their backside. All those kids run away, rescuing themselves, but that astronaut had failed to escape from there, and that alien had killed that astronaut while thrusting its finger into her mouth. Killing her, there could also come out a baby alien now from that alien. On the other side, those kids are seen who had reached a building while running. That baby alien was chasing those kids like them. Now that alien was before them to kill them, but they escaped from that baby alien from Jen Chen's set trap. But they have been attacked as they come out of the building by that giant alien. Alex and Jen hide themselves in the toilet to rescue themselves, while Gabriel and Darius were hidden in another place. Coming there, an alien kills man, standing in the toilet. Now, Gabriel, Darius, and the alien had encountered one another. They instantly moved to that spaceship in order to escape that alien from which astronaut had come out, and they locked themselves inside. After this, Alex and Jen had come out of that spaceship. They were trying to escape that alien, but they had no other way. Meanwhile, Gabriel pushes ignition button, where that baby alien was ended because of fire. But Mother Alien had caught all four of them at the death of baby alien. That four-handed strange alien was about to kill all four kids at once. Fortunately, an aircraft appears there to rescue them, which had ended that alien. That alien had met its end no matter for a while. Now they all four had entrapped because of those boys' foolishness. In the whole trip, Jen speaks for the first time, and she slaps all three boys, and she says, "We have a mission which is required to complete by us. How will we accomplish our mission if we continue to go after these aliens? First of all, she says that this key device will have to send JPL facility." And those three boys had left shocked on her sudden speech as such. Now they were going to follow Jen now. She orders all to take bicycles from that camp. But Alex tells her that he does not know how to ride on bicycle. But he had learned how to ride on bicycle with the support of his friends. But he faces an accident because of losing his control, reaching a distance, and he falls down at another place where all his friends had come to save him, and they had caught a sight of urban area while saving him, where they were astonished after seeing the whole city has been destroyed. On the other side, that Mother Alien was being shown, who had been killed with the crashing of the human aircraft. It is exposed that that alien was not dead, but not in its senses. Bullets were removing from its body and it was reviving. Now the kids was being shown who had reached a police station in the city. But no police officer was there except a criminal, who was imprisoned. He was requesting these children to free him immediately, but Darius suggests we should not make him free. When Jen hears this, that man is saying is his son and is waiting for him out of the prison. Then she decides to release him, because she herself knew that a kid cannot survive without his parents. Afterwards, those children set out their journey to JPL facility. Then they encounter the military force in the city who were abandoning that city. Alex gives the key device to the leader so he may take it to JPL facility. Taking the device, Commander was making those kids sit in a school bus with safety. In the meantime, an alien ship also attacks the Commander with school bus, appearing there. Now Commander was also in that condition that he could lose his life at any time. It indicated that he cannot carry this device to JPL facility. So that Commander returns the key to Alex, and Jen picks the radio walkie-talkie of Commander while leaving. They all were trying to reach the facility and somehow. Then Gabriel notices here that he has reached the same place where he set off. His house was at a little distance, and he invites all his friends to his house, so they may have rest there under security. Coming to house, Gabriel was telling all of them his story. He tells that he had joined the camp after escaping from a prison, because he has memory issue to recall the numbers, and the workshop's work spoiled because of his mistake where he used to serve. So owners of that shop had sent him into prison, misunderstanding him, and his mother had also been dismissed from her job because of his imprisonment. all relax him after hearing his story. All 4 kids take a selfie later. They'd all hear the sound of someone when they were sleeping in Gabriel's house at night. They wake up as being frightened. As they go outside, they glimpse the same man who had been released by them. That man had approached there to take that key device from those kids. So he may sell that key device on a heavy amount of money. But Alex refuses to hand him over that key device. Before this, that man tried to seize that key, then a giant alien had come behind them, which killed that wicked man while attacking him. The time when that alien was killing other wicked people, Gabriel quickly sets a trap in the swimming pool out of his house. And he makes that alien caught in that swimming pool trap trickily in order to avoid it. Next morning, those kids were being observed farther from that place, where Alex was informing to all it is the same alien who had been shot down near camp by human aircraft. He says it is obvious that that alien has the power to revive. Who had made that alien to come after him? They quarrel on this, but avoid it themselves later. Darius tells his sorrowful story here. He tells that he is not as wealthy as he is seeming. Actually, his father has come out of the bankruptcy. Knowing this, they embrace each other. They pardon each other. Suddenly, their radio communication decodes some information. Jen Chen knows through this that Dr. Feeling, to whom they have to give this key device, he is at nearby location. They change their dresses, going to go mall, and Jen Chen tells her story. It was that she had left her parents, because her parents had no feeling of love for her. Hearing her, all kids were going to be sad, but she changes the topic and makes it pleasant. That she has a new family including Gabriel, Darius, and Alex. They steal a car coming out of that mall. It was being driven to facility JPL by Jen Chen, but the same alien had attacked the same car promptly, from which they had reached at a place rescuing themselves. They were struggling to remove alien from their car in some way. But that alien was not ready to leave that car, so those kids themselves decide to jump from the car, and they throw the car from a bridge. Due to this, that alien had also fallen from that bridge. That alien had entrapped there because of falling car on it. So all kids had saved now. Alex tells here that he has left the key in the car. Knowing this, all had realized that they have caught in a great difficulty. So Darius plans that he will grab that key device, moving towards the car. He has also succeeded of achieving it. But that alien had attacked him there, but he had not lost his hope. At last, they had reached a JPL facility with all companions, which had been destroyed more than half. They know, stepping in the facility, that Dr. Feeling is also no more there. Now they contact with military general, who was exposing to them the whole picture of the war here. And they were telling, no one can stop the devastation of the world now. And he had also agreed on this because of the good speech of Alex. He may secure this world with the help of them. General tells Alex his possessed key device has some codes through which they can end that alien mothership. And it is only one way to wreck it. Now they all 4 had taken the mission to rescue this world. Alex, who had already a great passion for the space technology, now he had to demonstrate his skill today. He makes a great plan. According to this plan, he says to Jen Chen first of all, giving his watch, go and turn on the backup generator. And he goes upside to repair the communication device. Jen Chen had turned on the generator of that place in some way, while Gabriel had adjusted that key in that facility system. Alex was being seen outside, who had repaired that communication system, reaching the height and facing his fear. But the alien was after him here. He moves to another building in order to escape the alien while taking the support of the cable. A password was required to Gabriel in the building to turn on that system. It is already known that he always had a problem in memorizing the numbers, so it was toughest for him. If he presses even a single wrong number mistakenly, then this world may face the dire circumstances. He is helped by Darius, who was already near his death, and he writes a password of that key device on a paper with his blood to activate it before dying. Meanwhile, Jen Chen had also approached here. They had turned on that system effectively, and they had also activated here such a weapon which lasers were enough to end mothership. Afterwards, the world may be secured. On the other side, Alex was being witnessed outside, who was going to be killed by the alien. but Alex kills that alien while taking it into an engine room and turning on exhaust engine. Now, Jen Chen and Gabriel in the building. They had also attacked with the laser beam on that mothership here, and they themselves had come out of the building. After wrecking that mother alien ship, at last, they had rescued Earth. They were celebrating their success later. Alex had again met with his mother. At the last scene, we see the whole world was considering all four of them as champions. Showing this, finally movie completes and the film ends here.